Suicide prevention is in the spotlight after the recent deaths of celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain and designer Kate Spade. Since their deaths last week, calls to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline increased 25%. The national hotline is a network of crisis centers that provide over-the-phone counseling to individuals who might be contemplating suicide. Joining me now is Dr. Grazie Christie, policy advisor with the Catholic Association. Grazie, welcome back to the program. According to a new government report, the suicide rate in the United States has risen by nearly 30% since 1999. There are various factors, the opioid epidemic, depression, among others, but you say we shouldn't ignore the effects of legalizing physician-assisted suicide, now legal in 7 states and the District of Columbia. What's the impact here?
So I think we have to be very careful to draw that connection, draw that line between the legalization of suicide for a certain subset of patients, for the terminally ill in so many jurisdictions, and this terrible increase in suicide rates. When we legalize something, what we're doing is we're normalizing it. We're saying that it's good in certain cases to take your own life.
You also say studies show moral objections to suicide based on religious principles reduce the probability of acting on suicidal thoughts. What's the link here?
So when there are moral, religious, or philosophical objections to suicide, people are protected from acting on those suicidal thoughts. They believe that it's wrong to do so, so then they take that pause, they take that moment to think about it again and not go through with it. So one thing that the physician-assisted suicide lobby, which is so powerful and has changed so many minds, has done is to undermine those safeguards, telling people, no, it's not okay to commit suicide, you're gonna feel better, and we need to power through this together.
You say these deaths have prompted a soul searching in America in a way. As Catholics, how should we address this issue and provide support?
I think we need to be very confident in the fact that suicide is not a good, it's not an answer, it's not a good answer to pain and suffering. When people are suffering, we need to accompany them, we need to be their friends, we need to be there for them and help them through that terrible time. Suicide is never the correct answer.
And of course, it's so important as the Catholic Church. We stand for that and stand for life. Dr. Grazie Christie, policy advisor with the Catholic Association, thanks so much for your input.
Thank you.
And if you suspect someone may be at risk for suicide, or if you ever need to talk to someone about suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Hotline at 1-800-273-TALK.